Remember to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. Welcome back to Monsterpiece Theater. I am the Kaiju no Kami from the Toku and Animation News Network, and tonight I am taking a look at the grand finale to this wonderful Godzilla adventure. But first, let's recap on what has happened so far. Gatsby put together a crew to help him find his lost love Daisy, only for it to turn out she was never lost to begin with. They chased Godzilla around the world trying to stop him with little success. Things took a turn for the worse as Dracula swooped in and took Daisy with him to be his bride. He also came to the conclusion that controlling Godzilla would be the ultimate feat. Will Gatsby be able to save his love from Dracula and stop Godzilla? Will Dracula be able to take control of Godzilla? What does Godzilla think of all of this? Watch to find out. The characters and plot. Our final issue kicks off in Egypt. An ancient mummy rages out of its tomb, destroyed by Godzilla wanting revenge. Meanwhile, Gatsby has located Daisy in Transylvania, revealing that everyone on the crew has been inserted with a tracker in case they ever disappeared. On their way there, they are surrounded by werewolves but speed off past them on motorcycles. They meet with the great-grandson of Victor Frankenstein at an inn, who gives them a weapon to help in their endeavor. Now what, or in this case, who do you suppose that is? They head to Castle Dracula and find Daisy and have a final confrontation with Dracula. Naturally, things go awry, and we've got ourselves a grandiose monster battle of colossal proportions. On one hand, the last several pages are cool, some of which I'll get into in the monster section of this review. On the other, I felt like the story lost itself in the finale as if Scioli had no idea how to end this tale. The pacing is also a bit weird here, as Gatsby is reading several articles Sherlock Holmes collected, and then in the next panel they're being shot down by cannons. Then they're trying to shoot off werewolves, finding their bullets ineffective, discovering that they can only be harmed by silver. The gang suddenly takes off on motorcycles. I did find this comment amusing when Gatsby tells everyone they can only be harmed by silver. Haha, good one. I won't say I didn't enjoy myself in the ridiculousness of this comic, I just wish the ending didn't feel off. The monsters. Congratulations, Godzilla fans. At long last, we finally have the long-awaited battle between Godzilla and the Wolfman. Actually, it was just awesome watching Godzilla battle the 4 traditional movie monsters in this thing. I am quite impressed with the way this long overdue, obvious concept was executed. Dracula acquires a ring that makes his monsters grow.
Magic wand! Make my monster grow!
Which he uses on the mummy, a werewolf, and the monster. Not to mention himself. The artwork. The artwork remains impressive. My favorite page was when we get a huge interior of Dracula's castle and see Gatsby and gang inspecting all of the floors. It makes me think of a map one would see inside an instruction manual of an older Castlevania game. The segment of him falling through the floor into a few rooms and then running back up the stairs is probably my favorite. The rest of the art is consistent with what we have had in the last 2 issues, appearing as if it's printed on that old newsprint style, with a lot of colorful tones. And so they lived happily ever after. The end. Well, not quite. Well, the ending was not exactly what I expected or wanted. I did have a fun time with this. It was a very entertaining comic, and I don't really want to see it recreated with a sequel, as I feel what made this special will be lost. It's definitely worth your time. Until next time, bye.